We're here to honour two men and a family who inspire the community to become anything that they want to. And the renovation begins right now. Talks and Jobs are running a project called Impendulo. Jobs are scarce and most of the men who lived in this community have moved into the cities in search of work. Today, Talks and Jobs are mentors and role models to nearly 100 people in the community. To a lot of these people, the Impendulo project is the only positive influence in their lives. When the locals become discouraged about their circumstances, Talks and Jobs encourage them to engage in one of their own projects. Pick up a book and teach a child to read, start a vegetable garden, or lay a foundation for a new house. Talks and Jobs have been trying to help a young family who have lost both their parents and are now left to fend for themselves in a destitute house. Once we got to the house and saw where they were actually living, you immediately realized the sacrifice these kids were making in order that they could stay together. It's even a tougher situation for the older daughters to overcome and have hope in. They've had to live through the pain of watching an illness take their parents' lives and slowly come to the realization that they are now going to have to fulfill the role of a parent to their younger siblings. They spend their days looking after their brothers and sisters, making sure the babies get fed on time, that there's enough water in the house from the nearby river for washing clothes and preparing meals. They live in a 12 square meter mud hut that could fall down at any time, potentially harming them severely.
This is Nduli family, and there are 11 of them. And as you can see, this house fell down because of the rain, and they have been going through a hard time. They lost a member of the family who passed away, a young lady of 19 years old, and they've been going through rough times recently in terms of living under this circumstance. They are only orphans. They've been having this problem when the rain comes because this house is not in a good condition. So when it's raining, they don't sleep at night.
This family is very special. They're all about keeping together, especially the older girls who are constantly giving back to their younger siblings. And I know that looking into their eyes, they needed someone to finally say, "We're here for you." They touch the entire community by what they do. And now finally, a group of people are going to do something for them. It's very important that we built them a new house that would allow the family to stay together, so that they could start to build a new future for themselves. And so, not only are we going to tear down their old house, we're going to get a tractor, clear some ground, we're going to create for them a vegetable garden. Sanibonani wenu family, ninjani namhlanje?
Engage SA is a strategic and a unique social development company. We use experience from the business world, both locally and internationally, to help these communities find ways in which they can better their projects. Not so much implement new ones, but create an awareness around what they're currently doing and how people outside of the community can get engaged into what they are doing.
This is really about volunteers, and we wanted to show that one volunteer could really make a huge difference. One action could really have a huge ripple effect. Now, building a house in 3 days means a lot of hours, a lot of teamwork, and a good sense of humor.
It's nice having free labor, but they talk too much. They just need to be put in their place.
Free labor.
It's all about giving children and the Impendulo project hope, letting them know that there are people out there who want to give them help. We believe that Business South Africa possess the resources to help communities change, to create opportunities for leaders like Talks and Jobs to reach their full potential and see their visions for the community come to life. Engage SA is a unique social development company, creating space and possibility where it is believed not to exist. We help businesses to start engaging with communities in ways that are meaningful and lasting, making sure that they don't have to worry about the administrative strain and cost in man-hours. We believe that if this is done with accountability and clear targets in mind, then it'll be a matter of time until the communities themselves start giving back to Business South Africa. We arrived on site today and were just shocked to find the old house destroyed. It had rained during the night, and while we were sleeping comfortably, the kids were trying to rebuild a roof and wall that had collapsed on them. That's when the reality of what we're doing really starts to hit you.
Docs, can you just let us know what's happened with this family and the tragedy that's hit them over the last 10 days?
We are in a process of building a house as this fell down yesterday. So they don't have any house that they can live in, but they are only living under the one that is behind us here, which was built for the funeral that they had over the weekend. So they are in serious need of a house. So we are hoping to be building the house today, or in order to help them so that when the rain comes, they do have a shelter that they can use to live under. Our hope for the community is to see this community actually getting better. For us, it means a lot as guys from cargo services are taking time out from their work to come and see like the family that they have helped out, and to see the building that has been going on. So it's going to be good for the family to meet people who have actually helped them.
Just goes through a hole and then gets riveted from this side.
Okay, well, I've been working with cargo for the last 10 years. I do mostly admin work, accounts, payroll. I mean, we all know the country's poor, and we all hear about it, but we actually don't physically experience it. And I think until you've actually been there yourself and seen the results for yourself, especially with such young girls, it really brought home the truth, as to exactly what's happening out there. We basically helped put up the boards and cleaned a bit of the garden and played with the children and did whatever we wanted to do. So I think most companies should try and do something on a similar basis. I mean, depending obviously on what they can afford to do, but there are other ways they can get involved. Then I think your planning and getting people on board. Obviously, the more the merrier. Yeah, it was an enjoyable day, and I think a lot of people should experience it.
It was a wonderful experience, and it benefited me in a lot of different ways. I'm a bookkeeper. I do all the finance for the customers, debtors, creditors. Well, I'm a very keen gardener, and I really enjoyed doing the garden because I do my own garden at home, and the soil was very nice and I really enjoyed it.
Strategic business practices and principles are applied to ensure that all resources are utilized effectively with maximum results. We want to create environments whereby these communities actually start to realize their full potential and begin acting on it. We want to show them that people care and provide them a platform to start believing in themselves. This is only the beginning. We are uniquely redefining the social development space, constantly improving our designs, reducing costs, building new projects, all towards creating sustainable solutions. Together with our business partnerships, we strive to provide a platform for anyone to become actively engaged. The need is great, but we recognize that the possibilities are even greater. It's time. Engage South Africa.